Greetings and welcome, gentles and ladiesmen, to a little update video thingy. It's been a couple months since, what's it called, Superstar Saga came out, so I thought it was worth taking some time to fill people in on what's been happening since then, actually, it might have been more like 3 months at this point, but I don't know, you guys get the point. It's been a while. I really don't want to keep repeating the cycle of waiting 4 months to upload a new video. So I have actually been working on quite a few things since the Superstar Saga review happened. And obviously there was, by the way, I just want to note that I rarely ever play FPSs with a keyboard and mouse, and I only did it in this case because if I'm going to be recording 4 versions of this game and talking about the PC version, I might as well try using the keyboard and mouse on the only version that supports it, so that's what I went with this time. Usually I am a strict controller guy. That said, Pokemon. I announced the Pokemon ROR at the end of the Superstar Saga video. And I actually have done all the recording for that already. I have I played Blue and Leaf Green. Those are all fully recorded with a few clips I might need to grab. Haydox has already finished recording Pokemon Red. I just bit the bullet and did Yellow too, just so we had that and could talk about it. And so Haydox needs to finish Fire Red. But meanwhile, he's been dealing with some personal issues, and you can go watch some of the recent videos on his channel to learn more about those. And it was like, well, it's probably going to be a while before this gets finished, so I'll just make another review in the meantime. So I sat down and actually recorded an entire 10-hour playthrough of Partners in Time. Because everybody's been asking me to cover Bowser's Inside Story when that comes out, so I was like, okay, I'll just do a quick Partners in Time review. Wrote up a script, recorded all the gameplay, and so then I'm about to sit down and record the voiceover and get that prepped to put that out, and my computer shits the bed. I don't know how else to say it. I think it was a failed Windows update, like the October Windows feature update had some problems, they said, that were patched out afterwards, but my computer would just not boot to Windows no matter what I did, so I got to spend my entire weekend copying over hundreds of gigabytes of files to back up my boot SSD so that I could reinstall Windows without deleting everything. Because you can't reinstall Windows without replacing all your files unless if you do that from Windows, which I obviously couldn't do, so I was screwed there. So I spent my entire weekend doing that, and I'm like, okay, so I'll sit down and reinstall Windows now. And it's like, oh, so I need to clear out this partition before I can reinstall it. Alright, so I'll go ahead and clear out the partitions. Uh-oh. I forgot to unplug my hard disk drive where I'm keeping all of my stock footage and all of my Partners in Time footage. 4K video is not small, folks. It takes up a lot of space. I mean, like, I use high efficiency video codec and everything, and it still takes up a lot of fucking space. So yeah, I had to keep it separate, but you know, and it's also I have the review channel and I'm doing all that in 4K as well, so yeah, so I lost all of my Wind Waker playthrough footage, all of my Partners in Time footage. Thankfully, obviously the Halo footage I've been recording here on the side was saved somewhere else, and the Pokemon footage was on the SSD, which I had backed up before I cleared the partitions. So the Pokemon footage is fine. The Super Mario 64 DS playthrough footage was fine. This footage was fine. But Partners in Time was completely gone, and I ended up having to use that same drive as a boot drive. So in terms of recovery and like trying to use recovery options to get that back, it's just not gonna happen. I have to re-record the game. And that was very discouraging. And I ended up having to buy a new SSD because the older one was just bricked and didn't work anymore. So yeah, that was no fun, as they would say. So what I decided to do instead is, well, Haydox is still working on Fire Red. We're pretty good way into the script, but it's not you know, I have to write some more stuff for it, and I don't know, I just haven't felt like working on it. So what I decided to do instead is I don't feel like re-recording partners in time all the way through again, because, you know, I did a full playthrough. I fought all the enemies and everything. You wouldn't believe how easy the final boss is when you actually fight all the possible enemies. It's like, I can't believe I ever had any trouble with partners in time as a kid after playing it again. But so instead, what I'm going to do is a Luigi's Mansion ROR, because everybody has been asking me to do it. Everybody has been requesting it. It's like on the Let's Play channel, people are asking, can you do a ROR on Luigi's Mansion? People on Twitter have been asking me that. People in the comments of the last video have been asking me that. And it's just, my first review was of Luigi's Mansion, and I've been meaning to replace it for a very long time. So yeah, so I'm actually quite a bit of a ways into having such a video prepared for you guys to watch. I have edited it all up, or I'm sorry, I have written out a script of roughly 14.25 pages long. I'm in the middle of workshopping that and polishing it up because, yeah, it's gonna be a big video with a lot to talk about, so I want to make sure that that script's ready before I charge into the editing process. And all the footage for the DS and GameCube, or 3DS and GameCube versions of the game have been fully recorded. And here's where I get killed by the grenade. That was all the way over there. And yeah, so that's what's gonna happen next. I'm not sure so you guys can expect the Luigi's Mansion ROR, and I have been taking to backing up my SSD with regular clones, and I'm never gonna make the mistake of not unplugging a stock footage drive ever again if this ever comes up again. I'm pissed about this whole thing. Ultimately, my computer fucked out while I was asleep and was uploading a Let's Play part, so I don't know specifically what happened, but my guess is it was a Windows Update fail. So I've been calling it the Great Windows Update Fail of 2018. So, yeah, so I guess too long didn't read. Next video will be a Remake or Rebreak episode on Luigi's Mansion, and I hope to get that finished within the next couple weeks. My guess is the script will be finalized by the end of the week, that I'll immediately sit down and record the voiceover for that and edit that all up, so it's all ready to go. And then I'll just start editing it, and I don't know, it'll probably take me a few days because, you know, it's probably gonna be about 45 minutes to 50 minutes long, like a little longer than the Superstar Saga video was, but not too much. I might cut some things out here and there in the script the way it is, but yeah. I have been working a lot harder to try to keep consistent uploads and not make you guys wait for 4 months, because that was ridiculous. But, you know, so like right now, I actually do feel like working on reviews, whereas before I really didn't, and I just kind of wanted to take a break. But now I do, and, you know, I have one that's quite a ways along. I have the Pokemon scripts in the back burner. You know, it all depends. I don't know. And I'll probably review Dark Moon after the Luigi's Mansion 1. I actually recorded a full playthrough of that as well, just so that I would have experience with that game in mind when I wrote the script for the first one. So, yeah. So that's what you guys can expect. Look forward to that. Should be in about 2 weeks, I hope. And if I get it done sooner, I get it done sooner. You know, it's just one of those things where editing... It's just one of those tasks I kind of have to sit down and make myself do, you know what I mean? Especially with videos this long. You'd think that it would make me want to make shorter videos, but no matter how I try, it just ends up like that. So, yeah, that's what's happening. Look forward to that, and I'll see you guys then. And, yeah, so in the meanwhile, if you want to watch some other things, there's the Unverse cast, and we just rebooted that. We're doing a 3D Mario marathon, so you can check that out. There's also on EPG Plays, unfortunately the Wind Waker playthrough is on hiatus for obvious reasons, but I'm doing a playthrough of Super Mario 64 DS to 150 stars right now, I'm a few parts into that. See if you guys want to come watch me play some Marion 64. There you go. And yeah, that's it for now. I'm still working with the Inverse Cast guys and getting some more recording done next week. I'm thinking more about other Let's Play stuff, and of course for the reviews as well. Trying to keep that more consistent, but yeah. So go check out all of that stuff, and I'll see you guys for the Luigi's Mansion ROR, so bye!